welcome back to the channel. I'm Matthew, the Car Count Fixer. I talk to repair shop owners virtually every day, and there is a common question that comes up, and I wanted to address it in this video in hopes that you'll be able to see where you might be making some mistakes. The question is, why do customers leave my repair shop? Look, I talk to customers, like I said, I talk to customers virtually every day. And one of the first questions I ask them is, how many customers do you have on record? And I can't tell you how many times I hear repair shop owners say, oh, we got 1,000 or we got 2,000 or what, they give me some telephone number. I say telephone number because the number is so big, it's like a telephone number. But here's the actual truth. How many customers do you really have? Well, if you want to get down to the nitty-gritty, if a customer hasn't been in your repair shop for at least the last 12 months, he's not a customer. That person is not a customer. I prefer to think of customers, someone who's been in your repair shop within the last 6 months. Now, of course, service intervals are being pushed out a little further all the time. So 6 months, it used to be 3 months, 4 months. 6 months might be sort of the typical, but certainly not a year. If a customer hasn't been in your shop for a year, they're not a customer anymore. So let's just get to the bottom of this and understand, why do customers leave your repair shop? So I gathered some stats and I want to share this with you. And I urge you to stick around to the end of this because there's going to be a statistic that I promise is going to blow you away. So let's get into it. So number one, well, unfortunately, let's face it, about 1% of your customers pass on. And that's just a fact of life. There's nothing you can do about it. There's nothing you did wrong. It's just a fact of life. Secondly, about 3% of your customers move away. Well, look, when you get into buying customer lists or buying lists of people, understand this. On average, about 10% of America moves every month. So to have 3% of your customers move away, and it's just no longer convenient for them, that's typical churn of customers in a business, and there's not much you can do to fix that. Number three, customers get a friend to provide a service. Well, not necessarily a friend that's going to provide the service. Yes, there are some of those guys still around, the so-called backyard mechanics or shade tree mechanics, but understand that they're also being referred by their friends to other shops. Maybe a friend of theirs had a service done at a shop down the road, and that friend says, hey, you should go see Jack because he did whatever. Simple things like that is more about testimonials and reviews because that person just gave your customer a review of another shop. But nonetheless, let's just leave it as it is. Customers find their friends that provide a similar service. Next, customers get persuaded by a competitor. Look, you may not be the person that's marketing every month, but I can guarantee you that if you check your mail, you'll see your competitors out there doing service, doing business, or making offers. And I don't care whether they're lame offers or not good offers or you can do better, doesn't matter. Your customer is being persuaded to at least check out that other repair shop in your market. And if you don't think that's happening, it's time to get your head out of the sand. It happens all the time. But here is another issue. Now, can you do something about this? I'm not going to sit here and tell you that the customer is always right, because we know for a fact that customers get upset about certain things that you might do in your shop, because we know for a fact that you can't please everyone all the time. So customers will be upset. And this is why you want to go to the end of the earth to try to appease those customers, and whatever they see is wrong, you want to fix that so that they maintain being a customer of yours, because it's a whole lot easier to maintain a customer than it is to get new customers. Talk about that in another video, but understand that about 14% of your customers leave because they're dissatisfied with something. Now, at the beginning of this video, I told you to stick around to the end of this video because something is going to surprise you. There's a statistic here that it's just going to blow you away. I urge you to look at this and consider this seriously. Customers, in an overwhelming majority, 68% of your customers believe that you don't care about them. It's just that simple. Look, what did you do that is so special? I come in to see you for a oil change or a brake repair, and you did the job. Big deal. That's what was expected of you. When have you ever done something over and above what's expected of you? Now, listen, there's 100 different ways to do this. And no, it's not about giving discounts and giving away more. There's all kinds of different things that I'm going to share with you in the upcoming videos. So right now, you want to go down below and subscribe to this so that you're up to date on all the most current stuff, because there have been changes in the market. If you haven't noticed, over the last 2 or 3 years, there were some changes, and I want to share with you some of the things that stood true even throughout those changes. But the fact of the matter is that 68% of your customers, an overwhelming majority, think you don't care, or they believe there's an indifference, like you really don't care about them. What did you do for them that stands out? Better yet, let me ask you this. When's the last time you sent a customer a piece of mail, a postcard? Every time I talk to repair shop owners and I ask that question, when's the last time you sent your customer a letter, a postcard? It doesn't have to be a massive thing, just some contact to say, hey Jack, it's Jim at AAA Auto. I just wanted to say hello and whatever. Look, when's the last time you've ever done that? Well, in the overwhelming majority of repair shop owners that I talk to, they'll stop and say, well, I don't know, and they'll start rambling through and thinking out loud. The common answer is at least a couple of years. So here's something that you want to take to the bank. In direct marketing, the sort of norm is this. Every month that you don't stay in touch with your list, you lose about 10% of your list. So how long was it going to take you to get rid of all the rest of your customers? Look, when asked, 68% of your customers left because they think you don't care. Well, do you care? Okay, if you do, I'm sure you do. Then what are you doing to tell them that you care? Hey, look, there's lots more where this come from. I wanted to leave that. I wanted to be sure you understood that statistic. And if this video's helped you in your marketing or in getting more car count into your shop, would it be a bad idea to head below there and just tickle that like button? I really would appreciate it. Thank you. And on top of that, it tells YouTube that they should push this out to more shop owners just like you. I'm Matthew, the Car Count Fixer. Go ahead and subscribe. There's lots more where this come from. I promise we're going to grow your car count, income, and profits, and do it all, and do it quick. Hey, can't wait to see you in the next video. Take care. Talk to you soon.